So if you look at it, all that's happened is we were sort of sitting in our life. It could be anywhere. You could have been sitting in a restaurant, having dinner, having a drink, and you were looking at the restaurant and you were looking out the window at the sky and you see the stars. And you sit there and somebody says to you, what a beautiful evening it is tonight. And they say, oh, did you know that if you looked back at Earth from a distance, if you were looking back, you'd be able to see the dinosaurs still here? And then you say, what do you mean? And they say, well, because of the way that light travels with time, you would be seeing that from that distance that you'd still see the dinosaurs. And then suddenly there's this quick reflection. Oh my God, how vast the universe is. And then maybe a little reflection. Oh my God, I'm so small in this period of vast amount of time. Now you've got the cue, if there's OCD, most likely with the genetic component that's there, subtly you've never been aware of, maybe showing its face in your past when you were a child, noticing it in certain areas of your life, may suddenly now become apparent right this second in this latched format. And you go, Jesus, the universe is far bigger than I thought. Then maybe I'm at risk from not being aware of these things. What other things may I not be aware of that may become a problem to me now in terms of keeping this internal peace? So your friend's having a drink with you, nothing has changed to them in their setting. And then they say, you all right? How you feeling? I'm all right. I was just, yeah, I'm fine. Oh my God, palpitations. Suddenly realizing, God, what's happening to me? How's this happened? Maybe I've drank too much. Why did I think of this before? Oh God, and now boom, you've got that locked in mechanism all suddenly happened in there at once. And that can start from the journey, from that position. Or it may be from watching a science program on TV and they're just showing all the sizes of the planets. And you see these planets that are thousands of times the size of the world and more and more and more. And then you think, God, how vast that is. Or you may be watching a program and someone you've heard of has recently passed away, a year or two from your age. And you think, God, life is so uncertain. Maybe your own parents, one of them's died unexpectedly, and suddenly you don't trust your environment. And this quickly starts that heat-seeking missile-like sensation in the brain of looking for threats to you because you've become aware of threats that you didn't originally see. So that's all happening. So that's why we can suddenly see someone coming in a quick change of environment. That specifically happens in relation to OCD relating to harm, taking someone's life, taking our own lives, all these variations. So what I'm highlighting today is this, where we are in our lives of how we feel in a moment. When we're in a moment and we haven't got OCD, so we'll rewind the clock. So when we are in normal life, going along without OCD, what's actually happening to us is we are feeling sort of this baseline calm where you're fine, you're talking to your friends, life is fine. And in that moment, you're feeling peace, no anxiety cycle, you're feeling calm, you're reflecting on things without them changing your emotional sensation. You'll have things that will change that, maybe having a cappuccino, maybe having a glass of wine, that will change the sensation, maybe overworking, maybe feeling tired. They might bring on a panic or an anxious-like sensation, maybe an exam coming up, a test, but nothing to that extent which feels like this steroid-like anxiety response turning against you. I view it very much like a machine that was against me, like my mind had sort of ramped up into this machine churning away against me. And I remember sitting in school, I was studying classical civilization at the time at A-levels in the UK. And I sat in the classroom at about 17 years old, and OCD had latched the night before. And I felt my whole brain had become this machine-like locking process where I was very much just locked in, all in there. And I thought, bloody hell, my mind's breaking down. I wasn't aware of OCD or anything about it at the time, but I felt very much like, oh, I've taken it too far with my reflection on life and philosophy or any element that it could pick at that time. With me, it had been a HIV-related OCD to risk-taking experience not far outside of the box of what most people would do, but in terms of me and safety, then it's suddenly I started questioning that. It could be for anyone, it can just be a very small change in life experiences.